Hey guys, so today I am going to film a first impression of the Kojendo Mafanchi, maybe, moisture foundation, and that is, get a big ring light glare, that is what it looks like. It is a red tube is how it's packaged, and this retails for $62 for 0.71 ounce. You're actually getting less than a full ounce with this foundation, and it is $62, so it's quite expensive. And there is an exact shade match for me. I am in shade number 2 according to the Sephora foundation finder, and that would be Natural Light Beige for pink undertones. There's one lighter shade which is Very Light Ivory for pink undertones. According to the Sephora website, this is a high definition mineral makeup cream foundation that applies like a liquid. It provides the superior buildable coverage of a cream with the natural looking sheer finish of a liquid foundation. It says it's the hero product for more than 20 years. It's created with advanced technology from Japan, taking 3 times the amount of time normally taken to make a foundation. 2 types of light reflecting powder particles work together to diffuse fine lines, pores, and uneven skin surfaces. It's also formulated with finely milled 100% mineral pigments that are specially coated for a color true effect and moisturizing botanicals to support the skin for long hours of wear. It is formulated without parabens, synthetic fragrances, synthetic dyes, phthalates, GMOs, which is kind of silly, triclosan, I don't even know what it is. It says the formula suitable for all skin types contains 60% water and 10% mineral pigments that are encapsulated in a highly filtered botanical oil, so it's not oil free, of 30%. This golden ratio keeps the skin moist without the feel of oiliness, so you look flawless with long hours of wear. And then it says that pink undertones are shades number 1, 12, 2, 13, 23, and number 3. Yellow undertones, there's only 3 options: 112, 113, and 123. So it looks like all the shade names that begin with 0 are for pink undertones. The ones that begin with a 1 are yellow undertones, and then there are 3 dark tone shades, which are 301, 302, and 303. So I think that's all the details. How to use, it says squeeze 1 to 2 pearl-sized drops of foundation and apply with a patting, stippling motion, pressing in the foundation with fingers, a brush, or sponge. Make sure all angles of lines, pores, and uneven skin surfaces are covered. Sheer to moderate coverage is what it says. It can be created with layers, set with powder, which is interesting. For best results, prep skin prior to makeup, and it says use the color base primer or color base as primer before the foundation. And it says it has vegetable collagen which maintains the balance of water in your skin while supporting vitality and elasticity for anti-aging. And jojoba oil retains skin's moisture and prevents water from evaporating from your skin. Squalane prevents skin dryness and keeps it moist and elastic. So just from the description, this probably isn't going to be a foundation that is well suited to oily skin. But I have dry skin. I showered a few hours ago, and I used the Acure. I used a face oil basically as moisturizer. So I feel like my skin is not dry, but I didn't just apply moisturizer. And I only have this little amount to try out. I said in one of my haul videos that you can purchase samples and they come in different shade ranges. So I think this was the fairest option, and it came in number 1, number 2, number 112, which would be a yellow tone, and number 12. So this is, according to Sephora, again, an exact match for 1R03, which is my Sephora Pantone shade. So I thought I might as well give it a shot. It is quite pricey. The packaging is nice. It looks very portable. So we'll see how it does. I'm going to start with the Tarte Cc Under Eye Corrector because I don't know, I just do this first generally when I'm applying makeup. Alright, so I'm going to see how far this little amount goes, and I'm just going to dot it on with my finger to kind of give you a sense of how much product you get. And I think this little set was around $3. I purchased samples of the Aqua foundation at the same time, so I can't recall exactly. I find it interesting that an Asian brand, and typically I feel like people from Asian countries or of Asian descent typically have more yellow in their skin, so I thought it was interesting that they had a lot of pink options. Alright, so I have a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to start Alright, so I feel like that gave me very natural coverage. It looks very skin-like. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit. So, like I think I said, I have very dry skin, and I don't have a problem with oiliness. I think, you know, I have a small blemish that's recovering here, but generally I'm pretty lucky. I mean, other than dealing with dryness and I get some redness in my cheeks, but I feel like that did a really nice job of covering it. Alright, I'm going to try putting just a tiny bit more on to see how well it builds. So I'm just gonna, and you can see I kind of focus. I kind of took a lot of what was in the cap, but there's still a fair bit in there. So I guess the good news is a little bit goes a long way when you're not getting kind of a full amount of a typical foundation. Alright, so I just grabbed this Morphe G2 brush just for something a little different. And it says to set it with a powder, but I feel like for my skin, and I didn't add any extra primer or anything before I applied it, but kind of having well moisturized, like well hydrated skin, but not, you know, freshly moisturized, I don't feel the need to powder. So I feel like the brush did an equally nice job of blending it out. So yeah, so I'm pretty impressed overall. It feels comfortable, it doesn't feel heavy. I can zoom out. And I do feel like it's a pretty good color match as well. So far I like it. We'll see how it wears over the course of the next couple hours, and I'll come back when my makeup is fully complete. So that's the finished look. I hope you guys liked it. And I have a hair from the brush. I think, you know, the foundation still looks really good. Looks really natural. And I think all the products went over it pretty well. So hey guys, just doing a quick check-in about the foundation. I've had it on for about an hour and I feel like it still looks pretty good. So no complaints there, but I do feel like my skin feels a little dry, a little tight, which isn't unusual for me with foundations, and I didn't put on any sort of hydrating primer or anything prior to using the foundation, which, you know, you live, you learn. So I feel like it looks really good. I like it. I think I have enough in this little sample to try it again, maybe over a primer to see how it wears. If I needed to buy a new foundation, which I don't really, I would consider this one. I feel like even though it is more expensive, the packaging is good, and the coverage is pretty good for the amount of product you have to use. So yeah, so I feel like I'm the reverse of a lot of people in that, you know, other people have to blot and like remove oil and powder, and I'm like, I need to put more moisture into my skin as it wears. Like, I just have super dry skin. What else can I say? Even though it is a little bit more expensive, I think it is on dermstore.com, and they have pretty good discounts and sales fairly frequently. They have like 30% off sales that pop up, so if they do carry this product and you can get it at a 30% discount, that's pretty good. So anyway, I don't know if I'm going to check in again, but if I don't, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, first impression, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.